We are at UNEA 7 in Nairobi. We meet Martin Brocklehoust, the head of citizen science around the world. And he's also the head of the climate change mitigation working group. They provide many data about biodiversity, about water pollution, air pollution, climate change, and so they want to give a result to the people how they can access to their database. Tell us about the mission at UNEA 7. He will tell us how data can contribute to make solution and reduce carbon footprints in the world.
To set up an app for people to report on the disease symptoms and the actuality of where the disease outbreaks were. That app completely failed.
My name is Martin Brocklehoust. I'm the chair of the Citizen Science Global Partnership, which is based in Austria. And we represent all the regional citizen science associations around the world, including one in Asia, one in Africa, one in America, one in South and Central America, one in Europe. And one in that I think covers them all, basically. And so we bring together the citizen science community for global events such as the United Nations Environment Assembly, and I'm leading a citizen science delegation from across the world of 28 representatives from citizen science who are bringing their story to United Nations Environment Assembly number 7. And the Citizen Science Global Partnership was actually set up at UNEA 3. So that gives you some idea of the timescale. But it's a growing organization that facilitates the development of global citizen science programs. So the message we're bringing to UNEA is that we want to see citizen science built into the UNEA resolutions so we can work in partnership with member states and grow some of the really good local pilots on citizen science programs into global programs. And the data that comes out from citizen science programs is crucial both at local level, helping people manage risk associated with many of the environmental problems of today, but it's also crucial in scaling it up so that it can be used by the United Nations and member states to make a major contribution to climate change, to biodiversity loss, and to pollution. And as a group, as a global group, there are now a number of major global citizen science programs, particularly in biodiversity, that are producing millions and billions of data points on biodiversity. There are really good programs on invasive species, such as mosquitoes, helping to map the change that's taking place in mosquito species that can carry disease, and helping to provide the evidence to deal with the problems that creates. And then there are pollution programs around water pollution, around air pollution, again providing data at local level that provides information for people to manage risk. And again, if we can aggregate that data into global data systems, then we can make a major contribution to the global problems of the day. And so at this assembly, we have released a major report, a citizen science proposal for a program on climate change mitigation, where ordinary citizens can work together, and we hope to grow it from thousands to millions to reduce their carbon footprint, which is responsible for between 30 and 70% of all carbon emissions. In other words, you and I can take decisions that will drive carbon footprints down, will move us towards renewable energy, and give a major boost to a significant problem area in the carbon reduction programs of member states, which stubbornly at the moment are not going down. And these relate to the way we heat and power our homes and the type of decisions that we take in transport. And so the program has identified 4 programs that have been tested at pilot level. They are the Aurora program, PS Lifestyle program, Fulfill, and Step Change. And what we're looking to do is to build partnerships with people to help us grow them into global programs. And the idea of having 4 is that so member states around the world can choose which of the programs are most suited to their local need. And we've learned the lesson when we put the mosquito alert program together, that one size does not fit all. So that's our ambition. To bring it into fruition in 2026, we're going to need partners, we're going to need support from business and commerce, we're going to need support from member states, we're going to need support from NGOs, and we're going to need support from philanthropic organisations. But what we're absolutely clear on is we can no longer wait as citizens of this planet to really start to make a difference. So that's our real driver in 2026. And then secondly, we're putting in place a similar initiative on air quality and health, because for too long there has been little or no progress in reducing air quality problems around the world, and poor air quality now kills more people every year than the COVID pandemic. So again, we can no longer wait. So we're going to put in place programs in a similar way for air quality that will allow people around the world to monitor their own air quality, to share that data on platforms that we will put up as a global platform. And a fundamental tenet of any citizen science programs that are 10 principles that underline good citizen science programs, and fundamental to those principles is the ability that the data is open source, applying the UNESCO open source principles. That is, you can see the data that the citizens have collected. Yes, there are issues where we have to anonymize the data, so you can't identify the individuals who provided the data, but the data itself will be in the public domain. And even more important is we don't just collect the data, we provide information back to the participants that they can use in their daily lives, and all of that will be made available, and already is in many cases, available on the internet through the different platforms that currently exist. So if you take part, the quid pro quo is that you give us your time and you give us data, we will give you information back that you can use in your daily life to manage risk.
At this presentation, I'm Denise Keloy from DRC, UNEA City.